So hi everybody, Craig Hanson here and welcome to my video. We're checking out Cameron Chan, one of the longest tour players in the world. Staggering golf swing. Later in the video we're going to compare it to Tiger Woods and Ben Hogan and Phil Mickelson. But you're going to love this actually. What's really fascinating about this is that the speed that he's hitting. I mean, he talks about when he hits it hard, getting up to the high 120s. And look at this shot here. That's absolutely mind-blowing. 351 yard carry, 377 total. Launch angle 9.1. Gets it a little lower than some of the other guys out there and likes to fade the golf ball. The interesting thing is you would expect that hitting at these speeds, he'd be throwing the suitcase at it, but it's actually a very, very balanced, remarkable golf swing with some of the hallmarks of the great ball strikers and perhaps one of the best backswings in the world. Well, let's get in there and have a look at this fantastic golf swing, and I'll just pop in a couple of my normal lines. And guys, don't forget to subscribe. Plenty of videos coming your way. Hit the button, hit the bell, and leave your questions and your comments below. And if you like the video, that also helps me out and gets me a few views and gets me noticed. So let's have a look. We'll go through this, not through everything in the swing, we'll just take you through in this type of fashion just at the start. Just have a look at this. We'll see that the right hip deepens, the club goes slightly on the inside, head lowers down. Now, when we have a look at this, the takeaway, the club's slightly on the inside, but it's pointing up a little bit towards this direction, over towards the 1 o'clock area, which is very, very important to notice for a lot of you guys out there. The club face control into the halfway point. Great plane, isn't it? Hip has deepened, the right leg going back, and look at that, straight back down to the golf ball. The club has weight and your arms have weight. It's great to be on a good plane, especially for your pitching and your other shots like that. Up to the top of the swing, we see that the head has lowered. We see that the unbelievable actual shoulder rotation, or the ability to externally rotate that shoulder with this that we see a lot of my videos here with many of the great hitters, this triangle remaining inside the body, shoulder plane pointing down within a yard outside the golf ball. That's one of the hallmarks, one of the traits of great hitters that we see so much. And we see that right hip has deepened. Now that really is an unbelievable backswing. And when we're looking at this club, really almost pointing down towards the golf ball, on plane and in balance. Now as it moves down, we see the head lower again. Now the head lowers. This is a very, very important area in the golf swing. We know the tour average is between 2 to 4 inches on the way down. Now this is slightly more than that, but what it does help is it helps us hit the ball with a bent right arm rather than a straight right arm. So when we're straightening the arms a lot, we're throwing the arms at it, we lose a lot of angle, and we often add artificial loft to the head. So if you guys, you want to get a bit more compression, just get your chest to lower a little bit on the way down. You might hit the first few fat, but if you're practicing over time, you will get a bit more compression on it. When you actually hit the golf ball, that right arm will be a little bit more bent. Now if you're standing in your impact position, if you're looking at this video and you grab a club and you stand up and you go into your impact position, your arms are straight, and then you just drop down a little bit, you'll feel much more grounded, much more powerful. And that's the reason these top players, and the average is between 2 to 4 inches on the way down. And that's a fact, okay? So we've got biomechanical stats. Now this position reminds me of Tiger Woods a few years back. And I'll just swap that around actually. We'll get back to the other side. I'll get Tiger on this side, but I've got all the lines in there. Now just to have a look at this position here, because there's only a couple of players that I've seen in this position where this number from the shoulder into the belt buckle, it gets so low. Dustin Johnson being another one, at 25 degrees. Isn't it incredible that some of these great players, they end up in very, very similar positions? And we can only learn from that, can't we? As both players get the club on a very, very shallow plane. Look at this plane of this club pointing well outside the golf ball, elbow, so much room. All right, let's get in there, remove a couple of these lines here. And what else is fantastic here, coming down, shaving down the original shaft plane, and really a la Hogan and Lee Trevino with that club. Once you've lowered your head back down that much, you can get the club closer to the original shaft plane. Love this position here. You might have seen that in some of my other videos, guys, with this toe of the club very, very close to 12 o'clock. Fantastic position. Hips very, very deep, the dream of many golfers, and through the ball and up into that Olympic style finish that we often see, that pose you could use for a photo, an emblem. Isn't that neck tilt, side bend, knees pressed together? Absolutely wonderful. World-class golf instruction has over 700 detailed videos for every golfer. Practice programs and evidence-based material is applied to helping you to become your own coach and play your best golf. Join us in the chat room and join the community of world-class golf instruction. Now we're moving into this front view. I just want to show you guys, I draw this line up. This is what we do on World Class Golf. We teach a lot of these lines and angles, what the top coaches are actually drawing. We'll see the compression down. We'll see the movement downwards. Big shoulder turn and great width, isn't it? Very flexible, strong body. Moving further down, big angle held into this back of this trail wrist. The position that I like reminds me a lot of Hogan and Fleetwood, Tiger Woods. Look at that compression line from the right arm back. It's just absolutely pure. And what a remarkable golf swing when we see this head and chest rotating. Just a pure ball strike at that speed with that compression. Can you imagine that thing taking off and just climbing? Unbelievable. Now let's have a look at the driver swing, because it really does have a couple of moves in it that remind me of a couple of players. And the amount of lag and angle, look at that shaft almost touching the shoulder. Oh, look at that go through there with the arms. Just absolutely flogged it, hasn't he? Now that position here, there's not only a couple of players that actually create that, and Michelson is actually one of them. Now when we come down, we'll just sort of see a position, we'll just get down a little bit further. It almost looks crazy when you pop a line like this, like just having a look at that he's going to actually hit that golf ball. You just wouldn't expect that a human being could actually release that club head from there onto the golf ball. And I guess that's why, you know, we're watching them on TV and sitting on the couch, because it's absolutely unbelievable golf swings here. Brilliant stuff, extraordinary moves of Cameron Champ. Guys, check out World Class Golf Instruction. If you're looking for online lessons, CraigHansonGolf.com. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time.